So welcome to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting for November 4th, 2021. We'll follow the agenda that was tagged in the issue in the repo, which was issue number 1111. Before we get started with the things on the agenda, are there any announcements people would like to share? I guess there's no announcements this week, so let's move on to the issues. The first one that's tagged under Node.js Node is doc add initial list of technical priorities 40235. That one was on the agenda for awareness to, it's a, agreement on the technical priorities for the project. Want to make sure all the TSC were aware. There's no objections and enough approvals based on our governance. I think by this point, I'd plan to land it by the end of this week, unless there's any objections or people let me know that they want some more time to take a look. Any questions, comments on that before I move on? If not, okay, the next one is rename default branch from master domain 33.864. I don't have anything to report on that. There's still a few repos left that we need to do some work on. Unless anybody has something else to add on progress on that, we can move on to the next one. No, okay, then the next one is 30697, migration of core modules to primordials. Just trying to see. If there's any new status on that. I don't think there's any update on that one. I know there's some discussion on, the questions for a vote or something like that, but I don't think we're there yet. So does anybody else have any updates or comments?
It says on the issue voting starts in 2 weeks from now. So that was 2 weeks ago. So voting is closed, but yeah, probably not gonna do it in this meeting.
Yeah, I think, it's voting is close. That's voting makes sense. Okay, thanks for adding that. The Node TSC updated security team to reflect the status quo. Now that one, I think. It was just a comment that Richard made in the issue itself, that he asked if we could record. We take of note any attendees who either approve, disapprove, or abstain regarding the private email they sent to the TSC about the changes to HackerOne access. So I guess, are there anybody who's here who would like to add their abstain and so forth?
I'm in favor of the changes.
Okay, so maybe I'll say Richard. I know I already responded in the email that I'm +1 anymore. Anybody else want to add theirs so we can note?
I've just sent the emails saying +1 also.
Sorry, and I should say. Okay. Make this a little clearer. Okay, so that I think just reminded me of that one, but I'm not sure it's directly related. So this is poll number 1102. Right. So this is, I'm just looking at the conversation, should see, I guess, Richard, you said it should match the team.
Yeah, there's some eye catchers for NCU Team Sync. So I understand the rationale behind clearing the list up, but I mean the list is supposed to reflect the GitHub team, so it's not enough to just remove people in the list. Ideally, they should be removed from the team, and then the team syncs, the list syncs to the actual team by running NCU Team Sync.
Right. And then does that generates its own PR automatically, or you do that? And then
I think you do that. I think. I think it basically looks for the eye catches and updates as required, and then I think you have to commit them. At least it did the last time. I haven't used the tool in a while.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, like, unfortunately, that flow doesn't give us an approval kind of flow, but maybe on this one, it's just back to. I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, ideally that would go the other way around. You create a PR, and once it's merged, some automation. I don't know if we can do that through automation.
Yeah, I don't think we have the automation to change the team. We have the automation to generate the doc from the groups that are there. I mean, I guess the question is, if we just went and changed that team to delete the people, is that effectively the same thing?
I
mean, I'm trying to get us unstuck here, which we seem to be stuck.
I guess it depends. I'm not really comfortable with a list that purports to be members of a team not actually accurately reflecting the members of the team.
So what I said is if we went and deleted the people from the team,
yes,
could we then land this?
Yes, I mean, if the team is updated, then it wouldn't be too much time to just run the tool and check that it matches what's in the PR.
So maybe we need an email thread where we can +1 or -1 instead of a PR. Because the PR cannot land until we do the team change, and like we need to unstuck ourselves somehow.
Right.
So maybe we can do that through email.
That would make sense to me. Do we have any volunteers to kick that off?
Yeah, I guess I can do it.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just going to take the note there. Okay, that sounds good. Thanks for doing that. The next one is 11.1100. Add security triaging to core repo governance, MD, and/or charter. Okay, so this is this one. I think without Rich, it says 3 days ago. Okay, so he's going to start an email thread. So maybe that's just the note. Rich will start. Forward. Okay. said he would do 3 days ago. So I think that's good as a next step in there. And then the last issue on the agenda was I'd put on the mini summit for the Next 10 effort, which is from November 18th. It's 10 to 2 Eastern. And I have it on the agenda for awareness. Hope to see as many TSC members as we can get there to talk about two particular deep dives. One, which is suitable types for end users. This is a discussion on like where the current state is for people using types with Node. Are we in a great place and we don't have to do anything, or is there something we should be thinking about doing or changing? To sort of dive into that and discuss and come to hopefully some conclusions. And then the other one is to look at the story for building single executable applications with Node.js. Again, like, are there some good options which we could document so that it's easy for people to find how you would do that? Are those options functional? And, you know, again, it's sort of down to, do we have a good story for that and there's nothing to do, or is there something we should be thinking about doing overall to improve that? Any questions, comments on that before we move on? Okay, so if not, I think then we're to the strategic initiatives, but I think maybe Antoine, the only one would be the core promises one, which I think you were helping with. Is that right? Or am I misremembering?
That's right. No news from
okay.
This initiative.
Okay, and that takes us to the end of the agenda. Are there any other topics that we should talk about before closing out for today? If not, I'll thank everybody who came today. We did have a bit of a light agenda and light attendance, so you know, it's good to quickly go through things, but we'll give everybody back the time and talk to everybody next time. Thanks. Bye.
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 Bye.